A quick update on just the educational platform and things we kind of left the production trip with in conversation with so many of you, and just give you an update. We are very excited about 2018. This has to do specifically with the Duncan Group and Todd Duncan and some of the things that we talked about around the pool and from stage and just with many of you again in groups and all that. We are going to do a benchmark private label high trust sales academy in Dallas in the first quarter of the year. We are about 90% sure it's going to be the first week of March. That date to be determined soon, but we want you to know now, and we'll literally have it determined in the next 48 hours. But we want to get this out to you and tell you how exciting this is and what an opportunity this is for all of you watching this, everyone in your branch, for ops people, teammates, recruits. Todd Duncan's High Trust Sales Academy is an amazing product. I think it's Todd's best product. I've been around and part of it since it began, and I went back a dozen times or more. Like my daughter's been to it, many of you have been to it. It literally, in fact, Stu and I were talking earlier, and he was like, Jim, how would you describe High Trust Sales Academy? It is the way to build a foundation for a true world-class, just monster high trust practice. That's what I wrote down when you asked me that.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about this?
Well, I mean, the cool thing about this is that, first off, I do think it is probably one of the best things that Todd does. I have been to it as well. I remember when I went to it. And I think it is so, it's such a powerful couple of days because it allows you to change the trajectory and the outcome of what you do today in the mortgage space. So you have people that are there that have been in the business years, and then you have people that are there that have never, they just maybe been in it a couple of weeks at that point. And I think wherever your intersection is of how long you've been in this business, there's no mistaking. And I wrote this down because I didn't want to miss one of these. Is that when we looked at High Trust and we decided we were going to do this for our company and for our teammates, here's what you get. You start to architect a mortgage practice, and this is words used a lot. But I think whenever you have the blueprint, it's given to you, you can assess it and crash it against what you have. You find your gaps very quickly, and it allows you to be intentional on getting this outcome. This is a huge one. The foundation of world class. We talk about this, and I think we try to showcase this a lot from stage of results, and I think there's no question anybody would agree is that if you can be world class in your marketplace, you flip the tables. People are lining up to do business with you because they want this experience. And I think more now than ever, one of the greatest values about what we offer is the client experience, which in my opinion is the foundation of world class, correct?
Yeah.
So, before I go down into some of this other one, just a quick kickoff. I mean, when we were kicking this around, there's no limitations that we want to put on who can come to this. I think this is a branch manager. I think this is a loan officer. I think this is a person on your team. I think this is anybody that needs to get it at a high level that can come back and be empowered.
Well, let me just say, and Stu said a couple days, this is truly several days. It will be the full boat High Trust Sales Academy. Come in on a Tuesday morning. It kicks off midday Tuesday, the homework assignments that night, all day Wednesday, homework assignments that night, breakouts, all that stuff, all day Thursday, homework assignments that night, breakout, scripting, role modeling, playing, all this stuff Todd does, and then half a day on Friday and then go home. So it is the full deal, but what's so special with having a benchmark only group is we can highlight some of the best things that we do. We can weave in a lot of our magic, and yet you got the master, Todd teaching this. And I'll tell you, when some other notes I wrote down, and just really using this in my business for so many years, when you walk away, there's a workbook about that thick that you will use over that 4 days that I still have a library of these, of all my High Trust Sales Academy workbooks, and my notes are invaluable. It literally is saleable. It's so good if you'll use this stuff, and you'll have that to kick your year off with. And you will literally be able to define the why in all areas of your business and time to do it. You'll literally start to understand what a true client for life business and process looks like. You'll literally work on perfecting the true best borrower presentation, the true best referral partner presentation, maximizing efficiencies in all of these areas. It's the most thorough industry product taught by the best guy that has ever taught this stuff by far in our industry.
Well,
and there's other things out there that are great, but this product and the way Todd does it and the way we're going to do it at Benchmark is unbelievable.
Because truly, there's other people that do things that I don't want to call them similar. I'm very aware of them. You might be too. And yet, I mean, I think where we agree 100% is that Todd's gift of being able to facilitate content is like nobody else. And that's why I'm excited that we're doing it with Todd. More importantly, I'm excited because we know the content. And so it's the greatest value that you could ever give yourself or give somebody else that's on your team. This is a game changer, bottom line.
Yeah.
You know, the momentum that we left with from the sales trip for 2018, a lot of people can't come to that and come experience it.
Right.
And you know, I think you and I always go, God, there's no way you can recreate it. You could do a hit list of all the cool stuff that came out of that, and there's no comparison if you were there in person.
Well,
that's why, you know, you could, and here's where I was going to go with it. You could potentially get the workbook. Just hear me out here. You could maybe take yourself through it, but you miss the 90% of the element.
Right.
Because I mean, you know, you kind of hit on the business planning, you hit on the time planning, you know, this creating a mortgage practice. But when you start perfecting scripting and presentation, and you're able to go and kind of see the best of it, and you go back an expert. And then you can trickle it. You can go take that and you can go and maybe empower some of your teammates.
And you're in a fun, forced environment, to be honest with you, to role play and do some real practicing of this. And most people are not in the mortgage industry forced, or do they ever think of practicing?
Never.
Right? Pro athletes practice more than they play. And that's where I really got so much value from this over the years. And I, by the way, over the years sent all my production partners, all my origination years to High Trust Sales Academy. It used to be called boot camp and all that. And then sent some of my best processors. And I think that's what you were saying a minute ago. As you think this through and see some of the stuff come out on it, and you can go online too on the Duncan Group and just look under hightrust.com and in the High Trust Sales Academy, and it shows you with some videos and stuff. But some of you may be thinking or should be sending some teammates as well. By the way, let's talk about investment. The cost of this is a flat $2,000 a person. Todd charges like $3,000 or $34.95 when people fly out to California to do it. It will be in Dallas. We'll be hosting it here. And it's just an opportunity. Obviously, you can do it through your branch and all that cool benchmark stuff.
And we're not going to do it another time this year either.
No,
I mean, this is the
one-time
it.
deal.
So, I mean, you know, let's just kind of wrap with this. To me, there's nothing that I'm aware of that we could come bring to our team that has this type of impact. I don't know of it, or we would bring it. It's not a waste of time. It's a massive, massive game changer. We're going to be there. We're excited to kind of build the venue around this, build the benchmark kind of wrap around it. But I mean, hands down, this is the part that I just want you to get to. Just commit. Just commit that no matter where you are in it, if you even have a suspicion of maybe you should come, then the answer is you should come.
Absolutely.
That's it. And if you have just a suspicion of should a teammate come, then hands down there's no question. Because if you can get this and your teammate can get this, what I'm trying to say is that you want to go to the next level, then you've got to be willing to invest in yourself to go teach yourself how to get to the next level. That's that.